Hey everyone, it's Brian with Addictive Cardboard. Gonna do a CSG video, basically gonna give you our thoughts on what how we did our CSG submission, what cards we sent, how long it took to get things back. You know what the positive negatives are of CSG in our minds. Which are there not a lot of negatives, more negative about me and the way I submitted than the actual company itself. So all of these are cards that basically either I pulled or I've had in my collection for a while. They weren't something part of our store. Um, they were just cards that I thought, well, let's try them out. And so I sent them right after CSG decided they were going to throw their hat in the arena for doing cards, because they are known for comic books and comic book grading. So so when they launched that, I think I signed up the first week, and then like within a week or two, sent in 8 cards. There's actually only 7 sitting here, but I've sold one of them, which was a Herbert that I think got a 9.0 grading. It was a I want to say cracked. It was an orange cracked ice, kind of like the Tua here of Justin Herbert. So sold that earlier this year after we got it. All right, so I'm going to kind of go through these and kind of give you my thoughts on what the grades are and whether it matters and all that. So so this Andre the Giant was just something I pulled out of somebody's collection late last year. We had bought I'd say like 100,000 cards. No, it's got to be way more. It's like 300,000 cards from somebody that was just dumping cards because they were getting out of the hobby. Got a good deal on everything. His bulk, a lot of it's just junk wax, but this was sitting in there with some other wrestling cards, just a handful of wrestling cards. It wasn't a wrestling card collection per se, but it's Andre the Giant. Rest in peace. He's no longer with us, but I thought it was super cool that somebody had taken this off a gold bond package in 1988 and saved it. So it was somebody's personal card that they just kind of hung on to forever. In my mind, that's really neat. So. And also, some companies like PSA, well, they will do cut card grading, so it's a little different than like, good to, or poor to gem mint grading. CSG, they just basically they cut to the point. This is not a mint card, so it's a 4. This one does have a little bend in it, which I kind of knew about, and the perforation from where it was on the package, but and it's got some staining on the back because it had been probably in somebody's hands over and over again when it shifted, through the collections and people before I got it. So when I found it, I just popped it into a top loader. A sleeve and a top loader, and then held onto it for a while. And now I thought, you know what, I'm going to throw this at CSG and see what they do with it. So I'm still happy with it. And the CSG slabs are so sweet. They're nice. They're weighted. I mean, they're not like PSA slabs. They're very similar to, like, say, HGA. I'd say HGA and SGC have the heavier of all the slabs, but these are really, really nice. Happy with the 4. That's a personal thing. That's part of my collection. I'm a big Pippen and Jordan fan both, so I needed to test out some cards. So one of the cards I wanted to send out was a Z-Force. I thought was in a really good condition, but then after we got the card back, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is definitely off center from left to right. You can see this huge gap right here, and I wasn't even paying attention because it's Pippen. I'm like, dude, I gotta send Pippen in to get graded. Back looks pretty sweet though. I mean, still kind of looks like it's thick on that side, but and I'm sure there's surface issues because literally it's what, 20 some years old. So and it had been sitting in somebody's collection, and I picked it up out of that. So it's pretty nice, and I like it. So anyway, one major thing that I was disappointed about personally was not doing subgrades on any of these. Which, one, it gives you more information on why the grade is what it is, but 2, it ups the value for the cards. If you're into that thing, if you want to sell the cards, flip the cards, whatever. I'm not flipping any of these. Maybe the 2 eventually, but none of the rest. I'm a big Wiseman fan, even though he got injured last year. I think he's got a huge upside. Huge upside. This one's 9.5, and I can tell you why. This is an OC from top to bottom, or bottom to top, because that is way thicker than the top as far as centering goes. So very nice. Red cracked ice. Then we got a green, mellow, which I thought was pretty sweet, and color matches their label. That's the other thing with CSG, not necessarily their fault. It's just they went with the green, you know, for marketing reasons, I suppose. And that's always been there, right? For comic books, they always use this type of label, right? So that's what they go with. They don't have any other color options. So any green card looks really awesome in these things. So the mellow green was, I got some dust on the back of that, but it really pops. I think any Lakers cards would look great in CSG slabs. Any green team that you can think of, maybe old school Dolphins or Marlins even, I don't know, might pop in that. But another card that I got in a collection that I was like, wow, this is sitting in this collection, and I sleeved it and then top loaded it and held on to it for quite a while. And then I thought, you know, I gotta send a Steph in and see what it does. And then this one's not too bad. I thought originally it was OC, but then I saw this has a nick on the corner down here is what it is. Otherwise, it may have I may have got a 10. And mind you, this is like one of their first batches, I think, of grading that they did. Like within the first 2 or 3 weeks of them actually having cards or having their service open, we sent in cards. So, and I think the turnaround was pretty quick. I mean, I want to say 4 weeks, which was not too bad. And I know they were probably getting slammed at the beginning for people like myself and our company wanting to test them out. So another personal, you know, Kobe. Everybody loves Kobe for the most part. Kick-ass player. Not like a super expensive card, but I love anything that's got foil on it, especially if it's a Kobe or a Jordan or whatever. So 9.5, and I think 9.5 probably because of surface or maybe a corner. I wasn't, you know, I don't think I've ever really looked, but this was a super clean card for how old it was. I mean, it's 13 years old. I'm almost 14 years old now. So awesome card. I love it. Only thing better maybe is if I would have sent it to SGC and got it, you know, in a tuxedo frame, which I think I may have another one of these to throw at SGC, and I might do that. And this one I can tell you right off the bat is off-centered. And I knew it was off-centered before I sent it in, but I wanted to see what grade it would get. I was really happy with 9.5 because I wasn't entirely sure that I double-checked the surface before I sent it in. I think I had it sleeved, and I put it in a semi-rigid and sent it to him. Came back pleasantly surprised that it was a 9.5. But again, the Dolphins really pops with that green, the orange, and the socks and the numbers and the logo, and then the bottom, you know, green, the Dolphins color there. Looks really good with this green, so it kind of pops there. I like that a lot. So anyway, that's kind of what our thoughts are on CSG. I'm definitely going to throw some more cards at them in the future. Whether I do it anytime soon, I don't know. I'll probably post what cards we're going to send when we do send it, and maybe get some opinions on that. So if anybody else has done CSG, leave us some comments and let us know your thoughts and about the process and the slabs and what you thought of their grading and all that. That'd be great. Also, you know, subscribe and like this video if you aren't already, and we'll try to bring you more content as we can. Thanks for everybody stopping by.